Alright, thank you for tuning in the channel again. If you haven't done it already, please hit that like down there and that subscribe in that bottom corner and catch those for us. UPS just got here today, guys. I've got a really exciting product, and I just want you to know that most of the products that I review, I purchase with my own money and I do my own research. I really look, at products that will improve quality, improve efficiency, all those things on my channel. So just wanted to throw that out there. Okay, today what we know is if you live in Texas or in any of the southern states where it's humid and it's hot, we all do it. We're in a campground, you hear all the ACs right down and you see all the windows fogged up because we want to cool those campers down to 65 degrees so that we can make it through the midday, that 11 to 2 o'clock when it's going to be 95 to 100 degrees down here with the high humidity. Campers just aren't designed for that type of heat. Now, if you have a toy hauler with 3 airs, then most of the time they'll keep up. Most of the campers that I've had that have the 2 AC units, I've had the $30,000 campers and I've had the more expensive campers, and they've all done it. They're all insulated. They're all designed for, probably 80 and ambient outside. They just struggle, and the compressors run all day and they don't kick off. One of the videos I did, if you go back and look at my channel, is the soft starts, and that's Soft Start RV, and I'll put a link to that right up here. And then if you want to click on that, basically it shows we got it down to where you can run 2 air conditioners on a 30 amp service or on a very small generator set. I actually show the inrush amperage and all those things. If you pull in a campsite, it's 100 degrees outside, the inside of your camper is 90 to 100 degrees. You plug that thing in, you turn the airs on, it's going to be a while before that thing cools down. So anything we can do to boost that efficiency, that's something I'm looking at. So first thing I got today in this box is RV Airflow Systems. Provides it is a really nice piece that goes up in the air conditioner and basically forces the air into the ductwork of the camper, and that's what we're going to try to do today. It also separates, if you notice on the AC units, you have the hot air coming in right on one side and you have the cold air going out on the other side. If you pull the duct down where your filter is, that's usually separated by a little bitty piece of plastic that condensates. It sweats, and then also you've got most of that air in that air conditioner is just sitting there circulating from the hot to the, back to the recirculate. So you're losing a lot of efficiency. Not only does this separate the hot air and the cold air coming down, and it insulates the cold air going into the ducts and forces it in, but it also quietens down the unit, and it just supposed to make a big improvement. So with that said, let's get in the camper, let's get this thing opened up, let's see what it looks like. And if you go to rvairflow.com's website, I'll put a link to it here. All you've got to do is enter Rocky15, R-O-C-K-Y 15, and that will get you a 15% discount on these units. So let's get inside, let's get this thing installed, and let's see what it does. All right, so we're in the camper, we've got the box, we're gonna go ahead and do the unboxing on it. My unit has the Domatec Brisk Air 2. If you go to the website, you can click on what brand of AC unit you have, and they'll tell you which one you need, or you can call the number. It's very easy to do. These are Brisk Air 2s in here. What I'm gonna do is I'll put a picture right up here so you can see what they look like. Pretty much if your unit looks like that, that's what it is. So let's go ahead and get this opened up. Okay, so right out of the top, you get your instructions, which is great. It shows the actual diagram that you're going to pull these pieces out right here, and tells you exactly what you're going to need to get it done, what tools, everything. That's nice of them to do that. If it doesn't fit, they want you to get measurements and send it back to them, and then they'll take care of you on that. And what we're looking at here is this is the actual unit right here. These are the plastic inserts that go into the forced induction on the side of the unit that opens up that ductwork. And a lot of times if you pull it down, you'll notice that ductwork is sagged down. This actually holds it open, keeps your back pressure down to a minimum. They've sent some weather strip sealing that we can use to seal up the sides. And then inside right here, you'll see they've also included some full tape, which is really nice of them. This is just standard refrigeration full tape. You peel it, you stick it, and you seal it off. So, okay, so real quick, some of you are here for the results and some of you are here for the install. So we're going to continue the install in the video so you can continue watching that. but I wanted to explain something real quick to you, kind of where the efficiency comes from on this unit, and what the benefit is of installing it. So if you look inside this unit right here, you'll see, let me turn this light down so you can see maybe inside. There you go. It's got a nice curve. There's no friction. You know, the air can travel through here, and it's got a nice smooth curve to go into the inlet, okay? Now, if you think about the air conditioner right now, what's happening is you have a fan that's blowing straight down, and it's hitting a flat wall that's going to go into two ducts that are somewhat compressed on each side, okay? So I guess the biggest example I can give you of that is, would you ever take a fan like this, right? Put it against the wall like that and say, well, that's going to give me the best circulation in the house, because, you know, it's going to hit the wall, you're going to have the back pressure, and you're going to have the wash on the side, okay? This fan's going to perform much better if it's pulled out and it's blowing out in the open where there's no friction and no back pressure. So just wanted to go over that real quick to kind of show the example of where the efficiency really comes from on these units, and we'll get back to the install video. Okay, so probably go ahead and get you a ladder, because you're going to want to full tape and seal those ducts off. And you know, you can put it in there, but best to seal everything off the best you can. That way you get the best out of the product. First thing I'm going to do, we're going to pull the filter out. We're not cleaning it. We're not making any changes from where we were earlier, so that we're in the same status. We've got 4 screws right here, and then I've got 2 little plastic covers right here. You're going to need a little flat screwdriver or a pick to get under, and you just pick those out. And there's 2 more Phillips screws. Make sure you shut the power off to everything before you do all this. Okay, once you get your screws out, you'll just take this little plastic plenum. We're going to set it out of the way for now. And then the next step is, this is a support frame that holds the air conditioner in. I'm going to go get a socket. I'm going to pull these 4 lag bolts out right here, and then this piece will come down. So let me get that and we'll be right back. Okay, so you're going to need a 3/8 socket for these 4 lag bolts right here. Okay, once you remove those 4 bolts, this will come down. Just want to be a little careful with it, not to pull your paneling down. Just kind of, it's going to be a little bit stuck. Okay, so I've got this piece pulled down, and this is kind of what I wanted to show y'all. So those plastic inserts come, if you look, see how this duct is just kind of flexed down? It's not fully open. That creates a little bit of back pressure issues. And as you can see, there's always a little bit of work you can do on your full tape work. You know, they put these in, they do a lot of them every day. I'm not docking them, but you can definitely beat this up and insulate this a little bit better. Same thing here, you can see how this duct in here is just laying down. So what that insert's going to do is it's going to go in there and it's going to push that up, and we're going to make a nice seal with that insert. The other part that you've got to look at too is, so you're coming down right here with your cold air. This is the inlet right here, and so there's really no good seal here. It's just blowing down right here into this area that basically is protected with that little plastic plenum, because this is where your air dump would be. So some of that air is going to get out here, but then also this is all you have insulating this piece of metal right here between the hot and the cold of what's circulating through the unit. So we definitely want to insulate that cool air a little bit better coming out, and that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna get that foam piece, but first, before I do that, I'm gonna work on getting those inserts in and getting all this taped up and cleaned up to my standard. So on this picture, I just wanted to show you the plastic inserts installed on each side. You'll see they're cut on one side and they're long on the other. You just got to install those with what works for your wherever they put the ducts. Okay, so what you're looking for is get this piece centered up. You want to make sure that it's making a good seal up here above where the vent is. And then you want to make sure your edge is good here and your edge is good back here. I added a little bit of tape because it was almost a gap to get it right where I wanted it, to get enough seal up here on the top. So I taped off a little bit of the back of the duct on each side right here. But overall, we've got a nice fit. I'm going to tape this in as an additional for me. I'll do that and then get back to the video. One piece bolted up, and then I took all that stuff off here because we don't need that anymore. And one more thing you're going to have to do is cut these tabs off right here. I just took a little die grinder, sliced them off real quick. I'll get this mounted back to the air conditioner. And that's what it looks like when it's completed. Okay, for the next test, I used a small, just a CFM wind meter, just to see how much we improved on our volume, cubic feet coming out of the vent. Now remember, I do the measurement before the RV airflow and I do the measurement after the RV airflow. And what you'll notice is if you'll look, we do increase our CFM, and that's just in one vent, okay? If you take that over 6 vents, and it's a small percentage, that's a pretty good amount of cubic feet per minute that we've increased. So that's one of the things I really want you to look at. But the one thing I don't mention when I'm talking about this and I'm showing this meter is I've let this air run on high with the compressor running on both of those whenever we did the CFM test. I want you to look at the temperature. This thing has a temperature meter on it. And you make your own decision. You can look at the temperature before and you can look at the temperature after. And that comes from this box basically insulating that air, and that air not passing by that hot air coming in on the inlet, okay? And so we've increased the CFM and we've also decreased the temperature coming out of the vents. So just pay attention to that and we'll get back to it. Okay, so we got an airflow meter on the vent, and we're showing about 249, 240, 230. Sorry, turn the light on for you again. Anywhere from 230 to 240, a little bit of burst at 259. This is before the airflow is installed. Okay guys, same vent. About 278, 259, 288. So I'd like to definitely thank you for watching the video today on the RV airflow product. It's a great product. We've proved it increases CFM and it decreases vent temperature. So if you want to cool your camper off, this is probably the product you want to take a look at. Go to the website, check it out. If you go to the website, rvairflow.com, don't forget code ROCKY15. That's ROCKY 15. That'll get you a 15% discount on the product. Those guys, actually, you get it ordered. I ordered mine, shipped out the next day, and then I had it within 2 to 3 days. So it's pretty quick to get it. If you've got 2 or 3 AC units, maybe you want to get them for all the AC units, or maybe just one, your primary. I will definitely tell you the noise is much better standing under it. My TV is going to be half as loud when I'm watching TV in here. So very excited about the product. If you want to go get it, rvairflow.com. We'll put the link right here. Catch you on the next video. Thanks again.